Hello everyone, this is Brian, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once, Hardcore Edition, the game where we never ever heal. So having finished up some of the Lily shenanigans and some of the Bitter Spring shenanigans, we are now heading to do some serious hunting. We are gonna try to get a stage or two of Bleed Me Dry done for Red Lucy, our special friend at the Thorn. Now, the first thing, or rather the next thing that we need to do, other than search this strange hollowed out rock, is to go into Bloodborne Cave. We need to get some Night Stalker eggs. And you know, last time we basically did, or the time before last, we did basically invisible Night Stalkers. Look, I've even gotten used to Lily coming out of cloak here. And so we're gonna leave Lily out there, and we're gonna do some non-invisible Night Stalkers. Non-invisible Night Stalkers in Bloodborne Cave. Now, again, for animals, we want hollow point ammo in all of our weapons, except for the explodey ammo. We want to make sure we've got all of our little peeps and hotkeys all set up. We might start using this 12.7 super duper submachine gun a little bit. Maybe our nail gun, H&H Tools nail gun, has not been doing us wrong. Just see if anybody's like right here. Okay. Now there are some forks in the cave here. I think one of them leads to an overlook. So okay. Here's what we need. We need not pulse mines, frag mines. So down that direction is the main path into the cave. And we are going to mine that baby up. Because what I want to do is down this way, there is a beautiful overlook that reaches down to where some of the bad guys are. And so I just want to kill some bad Night Stalkers now, rather than perhaps at close quarters later. Now, you could go about this cave by, doing a drop down here, and carefully, of course, and then coming right back up through every single Night Stalker, but you can't climb back up here once you drop down, so my plan here is to look down there for a Night Stalker, because that's right about near where the Night Stalker eggs are. So we'll just try to get some of the bad things. I thought I saw motion a second ago. Oh, yep. Did I get him? I heard a sound. Did I get experience points? Somebody's crippled. Was crippled. Maybe we got him. I'm in caution. Oh! Whoa! Mines! Legendary Night Stalker. Oh boy, that's why we have our mines. Let's put our things up. I think he sure seemed mid-leap. Let's do a stealth boy and just have him turn around. Because, a legendary Night Stalker, probably not a small amount of damage, but we're going to just send these guys. Now, see, I bet if I'd taken Psycho beforehand, that he'd be dead now. Really ought to get back into pre-taken Psycho. Okay, so yes, he turns around, and we're just going to pop him in the bottom with a pistol. Abominable. We have got some good basic abomination on here. That is our first set of abomination kills, so we'll get a little bonus against future abominations. That was a little bit closer than I anticipated. I didn't really expect a guy that far away to just manually path straight to me, but I guess in theory, he could see where my gun was coming from, and he just knows his pathfinding. He knows his cave. So, saved by the mines. Saved the mines. Should I put that mine there? Could have gotten ugly and very up close and personal with the legendary Night Stalker. But now, we're done with legendary Night Stalker, and all we have to do is all of the non-legendary Night Stalkers. So we are sneaking, but hey, you know, when you burn Stealth Boy, might as well go ahead and take advantage of Stealth Boy. Got an intriguing little, very hard lock here. Can't remember what loot is in here, but I'm sure it is lootative. Just making sure we don't get any bad stuff. No bad guys. Oh. Wow, that's pretty lucky. Oh, look, I went to a tripwire. Wonder which thing that would have blown up. Drugs. And a nice little chest. Ooh, look at all the money. That is a lot. That is a lot of money. 12.7 machine gun. Wow. Somebody had a good weapon in here. Let's look, a good weapon in here, because that is a fine machine gun. Now, we've already kind of got it, but we're always happy to have some extra ammo. I'm going to just continue our way into this naughty little cave with its naughty little Night Stalkers in it. Boom goes the Night Stalker. Oop, there he is. Let's get him. Put it all together. Again, part of the strategy with the explosive ammo, or strategy, the tactic with explosive ammo is to both hurt them, even at a range, and explosive ammo tends to cripple them, that tends to stun them, it also tends to make them not run or whatever as fast, run, crawl, slide, fly as quickly. If you can cripple their motive parts. Just trying to avoid having a little accident like we did with the fire geckos. Check the map here. How are we doing? Looks like we got to get that way. Right way. There's a Legion guy in here. They sent a recruit in. Got a Legionnaire. A Legionnaire with a Legionnaire. So we're just sneaking through the Night Stalker cave, looking for anybody who is a Night Stalker and isn't invisible. Drop off. That makes me think Night Stalker. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like that thing where I shoot the rock. But we got him. Got him before he got us. He's nice and far away. We can just shoot from the bottom, lift him by the bottom into the rock. He wasn't even full grown. I see a little pile of junk up there. Is that the area? That little chair where got explosive experience points. He's dead. Might have made it to the end here. There's the eggs. And the elite hunters of the Thorn are about to receive some Night Stalker eggs. Make a quick slasher just because we can. And now we're ready to get back out with some amount of care, but certainly it's interesting how there was also a CR guy and some good weapons and a bunch of skeletons all around a fire. I'm not sure I quite knew what the story was in Bloodborne Cave, but nonetheless, Bloodborne Cave seems to be clear. So we will come on back out of here. Whoa! Whoa! Wait a minute. These guys have spawned behind us. Spawned behind us. Okay. Rapid preparation mode. Get all drugs active. And what's the plan? Just gonna blow him up. There are other guys. Oh, but they're going for Lily. Oh, he's not going for Lily. Whoa. Go, 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 go. Kill, 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 kill. Yay. I guess I had the last bit of Stealth Boy still on here, and man, we got a little bit of aggro onto Lily there. That's good. Oh, she's still got one. Get out of the way, Lily. Well, pardon me if I don't try to do the Lily experiment with a Night Stalker. Okay. The bad people are all gone now, and also the bad Night Stalkers. Alright, dearie. Well, that was some pretty cheatery Night Stalkers spawning behind us.
Your grandma knows how to stay quiet.
Yeah, she's a little too quiet. Could have used her stopping the Night Stalkers from sneaking up on us there. Okay, so where is the Thorn? The Thorn! And it's time to go see Red Lucy. Where are you, Red Lucy? I have come for you.
Welcome back, stranger.
I've brought the eggs. Eggs. Night Stalker eggs. I brought them. Brought them to you. Is there anything else I can do to help the Thorn? Oh, Cazadors. They're extremely deadly. I'll find them for you. For Red Lucy. So now it's Cazador eggs. It is going to be Cazador eggs. Do a few little selling items and maybe cash a quest or two while we're in town. Because the Cazadors are way far away back near. You have to actually go back near Lucy's base. Red Lucy says, and she says you have to go. It's far west of Red Rock Canyon, but you can't actually climb up. There is a path that way, but you can't climb up it. And I think that's actually a bug. I don't think they intended that. I think they intended you to be able to go that way, but it makes it very confusing to find the Cazadors. But we know the way. So
potential customer.
I'll show you.
Welcome, sir or madam. I am ready to process your transaction to sell all the good things you got in the Night Stalker Cave.
Also, we're going to buy some good stuff. Because good stuff is good stuff. We're not going to shoot him. So, let's see. Now, yes, laser sight. Still haven't got a frickin' working silencer. I thought I had a silencer for that. Quick stop at Camp McCarran. Actually, it occurs to me, if I'm going to go to Camp McCarran, then I really... Alright, let's go to Bitter Springs and get back to caching quests. Alright, so we're going to give her the various caches we found, and she's going to be happy. We're going to finish climb every mountain. We're going to finish whatever her other main little quest is. And we are going to get whatever the reward is, which is probably just going to be karma. And so that is that. Good. Okay.
The ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
Now, we can go to Miguel's pawn shop. Miguel's pawn shop is where we can work on the next stage of dealing with Contreras. Because Contreras wants us to talk to the special guy.
What do you want?
But I think his name's supposed to be Price, or Price, yes, Price. And
we work together.
This guy says he's handling the thing, and so we're going to tell him the code word. Oh, my perception's not quite good enough.
Great.
So I think it's safest to do that and take a perception type of drug, a little Mentats action, perhaps.
What do you want?
Okay. However, he has apparently
want?
said his piece, and we're not going to get another chance at that. So, fine. So we just said, never mind. All right. So if I had a higher perception, I could have given him that last response and actually teamed up, had an option to team up with him to go after Contreras. But we're just not going to do it that way. So we're now ready to go back to McCarran, get our drink. That's what we originally came here for.
So you're back.
And so we're back. So we're just going to tell him about the bad news. And I guess he wants us to kill the guy. I'm not sure how I feel about killing the guy.
So you're back.
So I'm just stocking up on some ammo while I'm here for my 12-7 and so forth. Alright. Now we are ready to get about the next stage of Bleed Me Dry, which involves, I'm going to go out here to Jacobstown as a safe starting point. Because the Cazador, the way to actually into these Cazadors is out here. It occurs to me, do I want to be doing this at night? I'm going to have to find a place for Lily to stay. Let's see. Alright. Slight revision plan. Let's leave Lily here. She can wait till morning. There we go. Alright. Off we now go. So both your quest arrow and Red Lucy say kind of go west of Red Rock Canyon, but you actually have to go this way. It's the only way in. And, again, I think that is sort of a quote-unquote bug. The slope it looks like you're supposed to go up is just too steep for you to be able to go up. So you have to go in this way. Fortunately, the canyon has two ways in. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do one of the coolest quests in the game. I'm going to get perceptive with Mentats in addition to kind of having learned my lesson about getting protected in advance. And so the thing about Cazadors, they fly really fast and they sting with poison. Now we do have snake bites for the poison, but the real weakness of Cazadors, you can do extra damage to them if you hit them in the head, but their true weakness is their wings, because all you gotta do is hit their wings, especially with explosive ammo, with which we do not have to be particularly accurate, and they suddenly don't move nearly as quickly anymore. So as long as we spot Cazadors in advance, as long as we know there's going to be Cazadors, they're actually not nearly the kind of problem that they would be, if they snuck up on us and got the job. I mean, we do not want to be standing in a circle of Cazadors all poking us with their stingers. That would be a quick ride to the end of a perfectly good character. The end of Toilet Drinker. But we are going to get our compass pointer on and head down this way. That's why I wanted to goose my perception up, just to give myself a slightly better chance of seeing a red dot before a red dot sees me. So far, nothing. I'm just gonna try to stay on the, find little high ground places I can get to. Try to keep long lines of sight to things whenever I can. No red dots. Just got to go about this really methodically. Temptation is always to just kind of run forward and find the thing or whatever, but that is how we take damage. And if we take damage here, we could take a substantial chunk of all the damage we've taken so far. I see them. The other little subtlety, and it's less important, but it's certainly worth trying for, is if I get them all and I manage to pull the trigger right when they're close together, then I can get more than one of them at a time, or at least cripple the other one. Might only get one more shot at him. Maybe we need to go to machine gun mode. Okay. We're in danger. Where'd he go? Don't be going around me. I saw a little wing flutter, didn't I? Where'd he go? No red dot. Caution. Better than danger. Oh, there he is. There he is. Shoot you. Cripple you. So, again, fortunately, Cazadors, their wings are their biggest parts to shoot. That H&H Tools gun has a critical chance improvement, so if I just am kind of blindly hosing, I'm actually got a reasonable chance of crippling the thing, slowing them down. And of course, these things have no armor whatsoever, so you actually, using hollow point ammo or whatever can also do extra damage to them. Alright, so somebody must still be up there. We're going to work our way up onto higher ground, see if we can get some line of sight, because clearly somebody is still aware that we had ticked those guys off. So That makes me think there's a possibly injured or just possibly seeing a dead body of a friendly cazador. They must emit pheromones or something to get them mad when somebody kills one of their number. Sort of trying to follow the quest arrow, but I'm also trying to follow the valley because the valley twists around. This helps me at least avoid getting completely turned around, and when we do get to the Cazador egg stash, then we will be happy. It'll help us. We'll be happy because it will point us right to the stash, rather than walking right past it, embarrassing ourselves by having to come back. So is somebody down? Make sure nobody's behind me. Okay, those are bad guys. Here they come. Again, trying to aim in the middle. Notice they didn't. Here comes another one. See how he was crawling along the ground? That's because I crippled his wings, and he was not nearly as frighteningly fast when his wings are crippled. That's why I'm even sometimes willing to kind of take a hip shot with the explodey ammo gun. Anti-material rifle. Finally thought. Okay, so we're gonna loot some Cazador bodies as we come across them. Never hurts to take little peeks up the canyon wall to see if we can get some line of sight. There's somebody back there. Another little, see how we can climb around to the, get a good gun angle. That's good. At least 3 of those guys over there. How many can we get to be standing next to each other? Come on. Everybody there. Alright. Didn't quite get them all. I think I might have crippled him, though. Excellent. That seemed pretty good. One of the neat little things, if you get a really good finishing animation like that, it usually is a clue that there aren't any more, enemies tracking on you. Loot the legs. Keep their poison glands in their legs. Here, he must have gotten blown up by the gun and gone flying over here. I don't think we've come to the main stash yet, and right at the main stash, it got one of those nest things, which is going to be, there's going to be an even bigger group of them. But I have some plans involving the... Okay, so that appears to be where the main... See, the quest arrow kind of points right there. There's a whole bunch of red dots on the scope. Alright, so what we're going to do... we have a stealth boy if we suddenly get spotted, but I want to come up behind this ridge because I want to create one. Again, the goal being to cripple their wings to give ourselves time to respond. Okay, and we are going to plant a satchel charge here. And then, just in case they fly so quickly that the satchel charge isn't going to work, I'm going to put a frag mine. Now I would put 1 billion of these, except I have kind of a limited area of where I can... So see, those things would also set off the satchel charge, but I want to have them well away from where I'm planning to stand, which is over here. So you can see that I'm out of the explosive radius, but they would come right over them if they come for me, hopefully. I think I might try one little other last-ditch thing, but I also want it to be far enough away from where I'm standing. I'm going to give myself a way to run for the exit and have some more explosive power, but in order to do that, I need one that isn't going to go off if I don't tell it to. So I'm going to put a C3 explosive over here, and so I can run around, just adjusting the position. I felt like that fell a little too close. So I have the option to run past this thing and then trigger it manually. That's well away from where I'm going to be using explosive ammo, and I'll be on the machine gun by then. So those are my options. Okay, now the question is, how do we get a good shot and damage as many as possible with the first shot? We crippled some people. Here they come. Alright, good. We got a bunch of... Saw a bunch of damage go on him, and that means they're probably getting pretty crippled. So now, hopefully not flying too quickly. Nose them down. That's good. Oops, oh, here's comes some fast guys. Okay, him we got his wing, just hosing him down. This guy, we need to get his wing. Okay. I think we actually got him in time. And these guys are now slower. And we did not take any damage. We're still in danger. Last guy. So that is the situation. I ended up not using the blow up the whatever it's called there, because while I was running, I just wasn't sure if I was out of range, and I decided to go with the machine gun. Alright, so we're going to take Sneering Imperialist as our final perk and some survival talent, and the reasons are survival talent because I want to be able to make turbo, and excuse me, and wow, I can't believe that mine didn't ever trigger. Just shows what I know. But the Sneering Imperialist is designed to help during some DLC. So when we get to the tribals, when we get up into the tribals area, then we will have a benefit, because unlike so many of the people in this game, those guys have lots of resistance to damage somehow, or they just have a lot of hit points, I guess, is probably what they mainly have. A little bit of armor, a lot of resistance. Wow, a super mutant master with a fat man. I don't know if I'm going to carry a fat man all the way home. Probably buy a fat man if I really want to use a fat man. Alright, and we could just fast travel out of here, but as a matter of being a completionist, I want to go and show you the part where I think was intended to be the beginning of this, and that you just can't climb up. So we're going to go look at the way to Red Rock Canyon. And we're just going to find yet more nasty wasps, but we already know how to deal with them. Use a little bit of explosive ordnance. there they aren't. Oh, no, still there they are. Now they aren't. Might have been quite a few of them over there. Takes care of that. I wasn't really eager to go running toward him, so I just waited. Figured he'd show up eventually. I'm not sure this quest would be any easier if we could come this way, because there still seem to be plenty of guys here. It would just be easier to find it. And I suppose easier to fast travel to, because we could just fast travel to Red Rock Canyon instead of having to walk all the way from Jacobstown. No red dots yet. No sign. Oh, there they are. This might be the last set because I see some red rock in the background there. Boom. See somebody else flying away in the distance, so we got at least two of them in one go. Comes somebody else. Damaged. Exploded. And that may be it for Cazadors. And 600 of 700 Lord Death and Murder Mountain points. Now up ahead we see the red rocks of Red Rock Canyon, and we will descend down into it, where we should find a familiar set of locations. Let's just check to make sure there's nobody else. So I guess we've so far, since we've come this way, encountered two groups of Cazadors, but they were pretty big groups. Oh, there is one more group, so there were plenty this direction. Did him. And that appears to be it. We're still going to sneak, just in case. Because we actually, I think we just managed to do 2 stages of Bleed Me Dry without taking any damage, and that's good. It does mean the surely hardest and scariest stage is ahead of us. But now, this little part right here is the part where I think it's just a little too steep for you to climb back up it. But you can see how it's made as if it's a path, and I can walk down it just fine. Or, here it is. It's this thing right here. You get to the bottom of here, right where the cons area and tents begin. You can see, look, a nice path, except if I go up here, there's just no way to go up. So I think some level designer just didn't quite get that part right. Oh, and there's some water here. I suppose might as well take a drink. Who knew there Red Rock Canyon was just full of drinking water. Good thing to remember sometime. There's no fast travel game. So we go back here, and we have one last thing to teach our friend Jack. We're not quite there on survival points, but we can get ourselves there. Read ourselves a quick Lad's Life magazine, which reminds us all of our lad scouting tricks. And we have taught him his thing. Now, I want to be able to make turbo, and it looks like I can now, but I'm missing turpentine. Notice that Cazador poison glands are what we need to make turbo, and so turbo is going to become our new sort of poor man stealth boy, in the sense that it won't stop people from seeing us, but it will stop them from moving very fast when they do see us. So we got a great con trick, so we must have moved up a level of likingness with the great cons. But let's see, let's go ahead and buy any good stuff he's got, because why not? Need these things. He's a supplier.
Another satisfied.
Okay. And we are ready to head out, and we can fast travel so we don't have to take the long walk. Gotta go pick Lily up where we left her.
Alright.
And see if she would say something to me if I waited long enough. Still trying to finish her quest. But back to Novak, where at 337 of 445 possible hit points, we are gonna stop, having completed 2 stages of Bleed Me Dry and ready perhaps to move on to the final stage of Red Lucy's quest. So join us next time when you only live once.